Back at it again, and today we have a classic case of F around and find out. F-A-F-O, all right? Matter of fact, I may put that in the thumbnail. F-A-F-O, F around and find out, all right? A classic case of that situation going down by a Democrat who thought that she could get away with a little something, and she found out the hard way. No, you're not getting away with it. And, honestly, it was kind of, good to see, Democrats actually having to have some consequences for their actions, right? Because and this young lady actually sent out a threat, which we'll get into that video in just a second. But Democrats are no strangers to pushing for violence and sending out threats whenever they don't get their way. The media tries to portray the right and Republicans as the nasty folks and the ones, and they try to portray us as the ones when we don't get our way, we lash out and we're the crazy ones. But in reality, it's actually Democrats. And I got the video to prove it before we hop into the meat and potatoes. So like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And check out this ad that Uncle Trump dropped that displays how Democrats are really the violent ones. It's not us. Let's dive in.
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish. I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
That you cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
President Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
When they go low, we kick them.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
There's no place for political violence in America.
Not us. It's them. It always has been them. Now, let's get into the meat potatoes of this video. I just wanted to show you guys that because that's been a narrative that's been pushed. And here we have another classic example of Democrats not getting their way and them pushing for violence. This is a young lady by the name of Riddhi Patel. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But here's the video. Check it out.
Hi there, my name is Riddhi Patel. I'm here to speak in support of the City Council introducing a ceasefire resolution, specifically the one United Liberation Front has drafted. I don't have faith that you'll do this. You guys are all horrible human beings, and Jesus probably would have killed you himself. And the thing is, though, it's very clear to me as someone who's been an organizer for the past couple of years that none of you care because you guys don't care about anything happening in Palestine or any other country where oppression occurs because you don't care about the oppression occurring here. And I understand that you guys are all horrible people, but the thing is, 2,300 people being evicted in the last year, those are votes. And you guys, those are votes to win here in Bakersfield. And while you guys parade Gandhi around as a Hindu holiday called Chaitra Navratri starts off this week, I remind you that these holidays that we practice, that other people in the global South practice, believe in violent revolution against their oppressors. And I hope one day somebody brings the guillotine and kills all of you motherfuckers. The increased criminalization for no need other than you don't like when people people come and hold you guys accountable for introducing ceasefire resolutions, because the only escalation in violence has been by you all. And so there's no need to continue. In the last 5 years I've attended city council meetings, there's never been metal detectors, there's never been more cops. The only reason you're doing it is because people actually don't care if you guys don't like them, and they're actually resisting, so you want to criminalize them. So regardless of whether you elect people into office, they'll backstab you, they'll let you die, and for that reason, you guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
Next speaker, please.
Wow.
Lance, followed by Kev, followed by Valeria.
Ms. Patel, that was a threat, what you said at the end, and so the officers are going to escort you out and take care of that.
Yeah. We'll see you at your house. I'm not even going to repeat the rest of that, but she said, we'll see you at your house. We will. Yeah. Pretty crazy, right? Now, where are all of these my question is, where are all of these instances of Republicans getting violent when we don't get our way? Where is it? Where are they? Where are all of these video clips, and where's all of this footage? We've all got cell phones. There's cameras literally everywhere, right? Everybody's walking around with one of these. Or at least 98% of people here in America are walking around with one. And just about every single one of them has a camera on it. So there's cameras literally everywhere. Okay? So where are all of these instances? I don't see them. But I just showed you guys a whole nother clip right there of another Democrat getting violent once again. Effing around and finding out. Now, that young lady was actually charged. Check it out.
You might remember our story from earlier this week regarding the woman that threatened to kill several city council members. I'm Sam Hoyle, your neighborhood reporter. Riddhi Patel appeared in court on Friday for a felony arraignment. She is facing 18 charges, 10 of them threatening with intent to terrorize, 8 of which threatening a public official. Now, Patel did plead not guilty. Her bail was set at $1 million. She is due back in court on April 24th at 9 a.m. for one hearing, and then her next hearing is set for April 25th at 8:30 a.m.
During the arraignment hearing, several people in the gallery were there in support of Patel. While searching for information on her in preparation for this story, 23 ABC learned that Patel is the Economic Development Coordinator for the Center for Race, Poverty, and the Environment, according to the organization's website and her LinkedIn profile. As part of Patel's biography on the organization's website, she, in part, quote, prioritizes highlighting the intersectionality that comes with the environmental justice movement to achieve collective liberation for all oppressed communities. In her spare time, she enjoys holding elected officials accountable, end quote. We reached out to the organization for comment on the matter, and a media representative said, quote, we will not be making any comments, end quote. The United Liberation Front, a pro-Palestinian group that has been advocating for a ceasefire in Gaza and Bakersfield City Council meetings, said in a statement following the incident at Wednesday night's council meeting that they, quote, condemn any statements that threaten public officials, end quote, and they advised attendees at the council meeting to not disrupt the proceedings and that after public comments, they would leave the meeting room.
Now, as part of the felony arraignment hearing, the judge presiding over the case did say that if Patel were to bond out, that she must stay at least 500 yards away from several city buildings, as well as the victims named in the case, namely the city officials that she allegedly threatened. In Bakersfield,
Yeah. F around and find out. I do believe she's facing like some felonies for that. So some pretty serious charges. Pretty serious charges, but that also leads to, excuse me, the point that, you know, Democrats are breeding this environment of extremism. Violent extremist. You're seeing it all over this country, time and time again. These folks thinking that, hey, if I don't get my way, I will get it by force. And if I can't do it here, I will come to your home. Like you literally heard the chick say, we will come to your home. Like, what? Because they aren't doing exactly what you want them to do? Now, listen, if there is any political side of the aisle that should be angry and furious, it's us Republicans, right? I would say it's Republican, because when we elect a lot of these Republicans, they don't actually turn out to be real Republicans, right? We need a better screening system on these Republicans. A lot of them have turned out to be rhinos. Now, I do believe the rhinos will be pushed out of the party in the coming years. We're already starting to see it, right? The Kevin McCarthy's, the Mitch McConnells, Ronna McDaniel, right, out of there, and others are getting pushed out, and some are just flat out just leaving, right? But if there's any side of the political aisle that should be upset with the people that they have elected, I would think it would be Republicans. And yet we still aren't the violent ones. Yes, do we complain? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we aren't out here threatening folks. We aren't saying, we aren't saying, hey, we're going to show up to your house. Like, that's never been a thing at all. And if it is, show me the video, right? Show me the clip. But, you know, I just wonder if these left-wing extremists are being investigated the way that the right-wing extremists are, right? The way that they claim, you know, there's so many right-wing extremists when all I see is left. But, hey, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.